Good morning. Good morning. Well, we did an amazing Black History Month event on Friday. It was beautiful, and for those of you who got a chance to come out, thank you so much for that. And Bishop Walker, as you were saying about young people, one of the highlights for the evening, besides speaking to the people and hearing the stories from Jean Augustine, the Honorable Jean Augustine, she shared how Black history, how she brought that to Canada. She's the one who initiated Black History Month in Canada, and the struggle to get there. It was just so fascinating. But the very highlight for the evening for me actually happened before the evening even started. I had my son, another young person, Lyndon King's son as well, and an artist, another young person, and I got to show them around City Hall. I brought them out to my office, and Mayor Crombie knows our offices are huge. They are like, you slide these glass doors open and you walk through the administrative areas, and then we have this big lush office with our pictures on the wall and all these things. And these young people are like, this is your office? And we talk about how powerful it is for young people to see, like, this is the space that we could walk in. We could walk in this authority. We could have this big corner office that overlooks the city of Mississauga. And then I took them downstairs, and Lyndon King's picture is on the wall as he was Citizen of the Year in 2015. And I stood there and I said, I walked through City Hall when I was your age, and I saw his picture on the wall, and I thought, if he could be on the wall at City Hall, any one of you guys here can be on the wall at City Hall. I said to Lyndon King's son, your dad is a giant. He's on boards, he's impacting people, he's affecting this community, and any one of you can impact your community in the same way that this man on this wall has done. So I recognize the mantle that we carry as young people, as leaders, as Black men, as justices, all these things. We carry this mantle. So I do not take that lightly, and it's such an honor, Lady Walker, for you to invite me, for Bishop Walker to stand here and to talk about how proud he is. And the last two quick things I was going to say. The other one is that as much as this is an honor to be here on a Sunday morning, it's just as fun to be here on a Friday afternoon with Bishop Law and just walk into this building when no one is here and sit in a back office and talk about how we can make a difference in our community. When no one is looking, when I'm wearing my jeans and just a toque, and I come in here on a Friday afternoon and we start to talk about how we could connect the other churches, and how do we get some of our Muslim leaders in here, and how do we get our youth pastors to connect and not worry about people being stolen from one church to the other. When we can sit and we can talk about the impact that we can have in our community when we just get together, when we mastermind on a Friday afternoon when no one is looking, that's when we make a true difference in this community. The last thing I'm going to say, because I know it's a lot of people, and I shared this on Friday as well, is this my coin here, and I know Mayor Crombie liked this story. How many of you are familiar with this coin, this Black History coin that came out this month? All right. So Kwame Delfish is a young man from Scarborough who was commissioned to design this coin. Maybe I'll put this right here. I don't know if one of the cameras can pick this up. And this coin is about the number 2 construction battalion. 1916, there was an all-Black battalion that was in World War I. And they were commissioned. They fought to even be able to fight for Canada. And when they finally got permission to go, they were not allowed to carry weapons. They could only carry tools. They could fall trees, they could make roads, they could build to help those on the front lines. But this construction battalion of all Black people in 1916, they went, they made an impact on the war. They were recognized for what they did. 1 year, they came back home, and that was it. That was the last time they did that. So even in their day, they were not recognized. The Black community knew who they were, and they felt empowered to know that these Black people had went overseas and fought in France for them. But It wasn't until someone started to uncover this story, our story of black people that went to war without weapons, did what they could with what they had in their hands, and made a difference. So this stays on my desk. This reminds me of the work that we're doing in our communities, the impact that we can make with what we have in our hands. So I want you all to remember that. You look at what you have in your hands and think about the community and the difference that you can make in your community. Amen? Thank you.
This is now mine. Whenever you see me check my pocket, it will be there. Wow. Wow. Man, I feel tears in my eyes. Can somebody stand up and give God praise here?